Do you freeze when speaking English because the right word just won't come to mind? Or maybe you're worried about making mistakes, so you avoid speaking altogether. You're not alone. Today I will share 5 game-changing techniques to improve your English fluency, including what to do when you are stuck and whether you are learning for work, school, or travel. These tips will help you speak more confidently and naturally. Okay, let's dive in. The first tip is cut to your demonstrating a pause. Native speakers use fillers like well, do you know, I mean, I think, in my opinion, all the time. Instead of panicking when you are stuck, try this. Pause and breathe. It will give you more time to think. Or for example, you can start with when say it is not more natural for a long time. For example, right now if I say it's not natural. Okay, just for some seconds it's okay. For example, so I think, okay, this technique will help you, and maybe it's natural. Okay, but when you say for a longer time, it is not natural, and it gives a bad vibe to the person. Okay, and you can say, for example, start with let me think. Actually, what I mean is, okay, for example, the word is let me think. Oh yes, delicious. That was the word. It sounds more natural than being silent or saying all the time. Okay? And the next one is switching between languages brief. For example, if the speaker and the listener knows 2 languages, you can switch to we call them as code switching. If you cannot recall an English word, it's okay to use a word from your native language if the listener knows it. But add content. For example, I love the sobremesa. That's the time after a meal when you chat. Okay? This keeps the conversation flowing while teaching others new words. Okay? Or for example, you say, or you can also define the word. You can simplify the word or use synonyms. The third technique is using synonyms or simplifying. Okay? Don't know excited, exhausted. Say, if you, for example, if you don't know the word exhausted or fatigue, you can say, okay, tiredness. Or you say, I'm very tired. Okay? Or when you forget the word delighted, you can say, okay, use very happy or I don't know, cheerful. Okay, and also you can use opposite of a word. For example, it is not sad. Okay, you can use these ones. Or the tip here is to learn 2 or 3 synonyms for common words or the words that you use a lot. Example, instead of this is complicated, you can say it is not simple, or it's complex, it's challenging, it's difficult. It's difficult. Or as I said, is you can use opposite. For example, it is not simple. Instead of saying it's complicated. Practice by describing objects around you in simple terms. And actually, I have a video about how to learn new words, and learning synonyms is one of them. How to expand your knowledge, your vocabulary knowledge. Technique number 4 is describe or define the word. For example, you can't remember the word umbrella, you can describe it. The thing you use when it rains, okay? Or use gestures like mimic action or like, for example, driving, okay? Or for example, when you can't remember the pen. This is a simple example I give you. For example, you can say there's something that you write, okay? And also you can use it in your classes for some, actually you have to use gestures or describing words in the simplest way for younger learners. Another example, for example, it's like, or you use it for, okay, this builds your ability to think or on your feet. Or you ask the listener to, I don't know, give a word. Okay, for example, right now, the word does not come to surface or the sentence, okay? And you are the listener, but you cannot answer to me. So the listener can help you to say your sentence, to complete your sentence. And technique number 5 is shadowing or repetition. Improve recall by shadowing technique. Listen to native speakers or a person who can speak naturally in English, in British or American English, it depends on you, the accent that you are working on, and repeat immediately after. You can use TED Talks, podcasts, movie dialogue, YouTube videos, YouTube shorts, podcasts, etc. For the first time, you just watch the video or just listen to it. And if you're a beginner, watch it with subtitles, English subtitles. And focus on the mimic of their or the mimic of their the faces or the tone that they have or the, I don't know, stress or the intonation that they have, okay? And the way that they pronounce a word, okay? Or even the word choices. This trains your brain to retrieve words faster. The first thing is to choose an appropriate or a suitable source in your level and start watching it or listening to it. And after, for the first time, just listen to it. And for the second time, third time, and second time, second time. For the second time, just listen to it, and just after one sentence you can pause the video and just repeat it as the same. Try to repeat it like the person, okay? And for the third time, don't pause. Spontaneously, with that person, just, I don't know, shadow or just repeat the sentence without pausing. It can help you to improve your pronunciation and also your speaking. But maybe it is not good for, I don't know, grammar. Okay, just you just want to improve your pronunciation and also speaking skill. Now you're ready to speak more fluently. Even when you are stuck, pick on technique today and practice it. Comment below which trick will you try first, code switching or using synonyms or defining words. For more tips, hit the like button, subscribe, and check out my playlist for English learners.